Hello, good morning. It's National Lipstick Day. Woo! Okay, if you're not a nerd like me, you might not be as excited about that as I am. But in honor of National Lipstick Day, I thought I would do a little LipSense application demo. It's been a while since I've broken down just to the basics and not done a full face. And after all, LipSense is the product that got me started on this journey that I am just loving being on. So let's get started. I'm going to just open my door here. You weren't supposed to see that. Anyways, this is one of the tricks of the trade, is to actually hang a curtain at the top of your room. And then you can move it back and forth as you please to hide all the things that you don't want all of your viewers to see behind you. Shh. Okay, so to start off, I will say that LipSense, there are so many colors available right now. It's insane. I'm sure in my personal inventory of my personal store that you can shop in, I have, I'm going to say at least 90 different colors. So I know with absolute certainty that there is a color out there for you. We just have to find it. And you are welcome to shop online and then just private message me with your order. And I will apply the 10% off for today only. Now the 10% off will apply to any LipSense color, okay? Because I want you to have some lipstick. So if you follow my group page, I made a post today featuring the sale today, but it also kind of did a little research on that lipstick has been around for centuries. Everyone from in that article, it said Cleopatra to Queen Elizabeth, they all had their own signature color. Did you actually know that Queen Elizabeth, I think the first, actually had her own private custom shade commissioned, and they created a red lipstick just for her. So women of power have always been known to wear lipstick, and you know what, lipstick for me is one of those things that instantly puts some pep in my step. Depending on the color I wear, might indicate how confident I'm feeling today. I don't know if that's something that you ever realized about me, but I talked about this a little bit with some of my girlfriends, is that some people do their makeup first and some people do their hair first. For me, I usually do my hair first, and then if I'm having a wicked awesome hair day, then my makeup is probably a little bit more bold. And if I'm not having such a great hair day, my makeup is a little bit more subdued. And of course, it depends on what I'm doing that day and how much time I left myself to get ready and such. But that's an interesting fact that you may or may not know about me. So, I'm feeling like my hair day is pretty good. I dug this, you see it? I dug this clip out. I'm kind of a hoarder when it comes to hair doodads and accessories. Makeup too. That I can tend to keep stuff around, so I probably haven't worn this clip in 10 years. I'm thinking that's a good thing though, because I have two daughters coming up the pipe, and you never know when I'm going to need some of that stuff. So to start my LipSense application, I'm going to use Witch Hazel. Now I've just transferred it into the smaller bottle because I buy it in bulk. Good morning. The weather is going to be like it was yesterday and about 20. Okay. I'm going to use Witch Hazel to clean my lips because I do put foundation and stuff on. I blend it in everywhere, so it tends to go over my lips. And even though I don't have very much, I also find that Witch Hazel is kind of my personal troubleshooter to get my LipSense lasting the maximum amount of time that it can, which my average wear time is about 6 hours, and that is pretty good. It's not smudged anywhere, and I just love it. So Witch Hazel is a natural astringent. You could use it as toner. Of course, if you're using our skincare products, you don't need to use that. But it can be purchased at the drugstore or any retail store that sells isopropyl alcohol, rubbing alcohol. Hydrogen peroxide, that kind of stuff. It's usually in that section, okay? In the pharmacy, in the what is it, first aid section. Okay, so once my lips are clean and dry, I'm going to proceed with putting my lipstick on. So today's choice, I chose Fire and Ice. Now, I will say that I'm not usually a pink lipstick girl. I'll do purple and red 9 times out of 10. I'm a little out of breath today. But Fire and Ice is one of those pinks that I really, it has a lot of color in it, and it's not a color that I'm super confident in wearing. But today I chose a very neutral eye look. I'm just kind of going for the glowy neutral thing. And then I have a black and white dress on, which is like my favorite color palette. And then a little pops of color. And you know what's interesting is that I did not buy these earrings and this necklace together. I bought them separately, several years apart, and they just happened to match really well. Go figure. Okay, so LipSense, you're going to give it a really good shake. Morning, babe. Yeah, I'm on a live video, so hurry up.
I can't find my white and black striped dress with the heart.
You wore it. Look in your laundry. Okay.
I did.
It's not important right now. I'm doing a video. Thank you. Jeez. Always. Right, Froka? Always. Okay, so when you take your LipSense wand out of the tube, there is a ton of product on there. So LipSense, it's imperative that we apply in 3 thin layers. If they're not thin, then they don't dry properly, and then they don't wear properly either. And the 3-layer system is the secret to how it lasts so long. So when you apply it, you want to apply it everywhere that you want lipstick to be, because you're not going to mash your lips together like you usually would with a traditional lip color or lipstick. LipSense is a lip color. It is different than anything you have ever tried, ever. I promise you that. And so think of it more like paint. You have to put it wherever you want it to be. Now you want to apply it in even like fluid strokes. So some people go from one corner to their lip all the way to the other, and then they do the top, and then you let it dry for about 30 seconds or so, and then you keep on going. However, I need to like kind of redraw my lip, and so I tend to go in short dashes so that I can be more precise. Because it dries almost instantly, you cannot just wipe it off if you make a mistake. So that's just personally how I do it. It does take a little bit of practice to figure out what your way is. Okay. You just want to apply it in the same direction. So you don't want to go like a windshield wiper, because you'll put it on, take it off, put it on, take it off. I'm going to just re-dip just the very end of it, because I want to use that pointy end to make kind of like a lip liner look. That's just how I like to wear it. So Fire and Ice is a very frosty shade. So that frosty means it has like a pearly finish. So it's really bright and bold, but then the icy part of it is that kind of pearlescent sheen, which makes this one a super popular one. Go. See? Wow! I'm telling ya. It still wows me. And I can honestly say I've not worn another LipSense brand since the first day that I bought LipSense. My first color was pink champagne. So if you're wanting to try it and you don't want too much color and you want something that you can wear every day, pink champagne or beige champagne, depending on your coloring. I just got a message from someone that says, "Good morning, it's your favorite red lipstick, Harlot." Oh, that's funny. She's my customer that only wears red lipstick. I'm betting she is contacting me to cash in on that sale. Okay, that's layer number 1. So why do we put 3 layers? So number 1, it's touching our body first. So that one's going to get broken down by the pH of our body. And then there's layer number 2. It's in between layer number 1 and number 3. And number 3 gets broken down by our outside environment. So our saliva, where we're drinking all day, if you're a smoker, all of that. So layer 1 and number 3 kind of get broken down by 2 different, number 1 is from the inside, number 3 is from the outside, and it's layer number 2 that lasts the longest. There you go. All right, layer number 2. Now, this color is very opaque, so you can see this is just layer number 1, and it is a solid color. So some of our colors are more sheer coverage, and the color will build up by the time you get to the 3rd layer. Fire and Ice, it's definitely the color that it's supposed to be right from layer number 1. So you want to make sure that layer number 2 and number 3 are super thin. Otherwise, it's not going to dry properly. So I'm making sure to always scrape off the wand very well before I go into those next layers, because I just want a super thin layer. So for this, I kind of go from the corner to the middle, and I need to take kind of 2 swipes, the outside and then the inside. Because I use my applicator this way, not this way. I just get it all over the place when I do it that way. But some people are really good at doing it that way. Okay, so that's 3 layers of Fire and Ice. Isn't that pretty? It's kind of like your classic pink lip. When I was a kid, this is absolutely the color that my mom would have worn. I remember she wore like a fuchsia color lip always and forever. Didn't matter what she was wearing, it was always this fuchsia color, and I hated it. But now I know why she loved it so much. Gotta get rid of that. Okay, so once this is dry, you'll kind of know that it's dry because it goes from feeling wet to just tacky. And that tacky feeling will not go away until you put one of our LipSense glosses over top of it. So you can choose any gloss you like. Glossy Gloss is always going to be the one that I suggest if you're new to LipSense. LipSense wears the best on lips that are hydrated and healthy. But if you're like me and that's all you wear, you can likely wear whatever gloss that you like. Okay, so I actually want to pair this with Pink Sand today. It's this beautiful, it's sparkly, and it gives this like warm kind of peachy tone that I really, really like. So it is going to change the color of this LipSense lipstick just a little bit. So I'm going to use a color, but it does have a little bit of glitter in it. So a troubleshooter, if you're having trouble with your LipSense wearing time, try using one that is either completely clear or just tinted a little bit. So I'm going to put Pearl. So Pearl is going to make it look a little bit frosty. So I'm going to put just a tiny bit of that on first to get that tacky feeling away. if I use Pink Sand in there, that glitter from Pink Sand is going to be in there all day. It almost kind of like melds with it. And what LipSense Gloss does is it kind of cures your LipSense. So the LipSense was formulated to be used with the LipSense Gloss. It's a 2-part system. And without using both of them, you're not going to get the technology that it was developed to be. So it's imperative that you use a LipSense Gloss. And the molecular bonding process that LipSense has, it bonds to your lip tissue. That process isn't finished until you put the gloss on. So this is Pink Sand now, look at. Is that not amazing? So I haven't put it on the top there yet. See how it changes the color a little bit? It's probably, well, there's so many things that I love about LipSense, and I know that Franco would agree with me. There's so many things that I love, but one of the things outside of the fact that I have to put it on once and it lasts and it protects my lips, and my lips have never felt better and they've never been as big as they are right now, which is nice. I didn't pay anything for those. By the way, it's just using our lip volumizer and our lipstick just has given me the best lips of my life, let's put it that way. But the fact that it is customizable, I can do anything I want with my lip color by mixing and matching, because we have like 90 different colors and we now have, I think we're up to 26 glosses or something ridiculous that we can choose from to change our lip color. So if you are someone who doesn't like to be put inside of a box and you like to do what you want when you want, girl, LipSense is for you. Okay, Pink Sand feels so smooth and creamy. It's silky. The newer formulation of our glosses I find to be a lot more silky and smoother than any other lip gloss I've ever tried. Yes, only lipstick I have worn in almost 3 years. Yeah, me too. Because once you try it, is really hard. Once you fall in love with it, it is really hard to ever wear anything else. I think I borrowed someone's chapstick when we were like in the evening, we were watching a movie or something, and my LipSense was dead, and I'd lost my glossy gloss or something, and I used, I think it was my niece's like L'Oreal lip gloss, or I shouldn't say L'Oreal because I don't actually know. Rimmel, some drugstore brand. I put it on. Oh, my lips were burning. It was not nice. Anyway, that is my lipstick for today. And I encourage you to cash in on that 10% off any LipSense shade for National Lipstick Day. Happy National Lipstick Day. Pick any color you want, bold or neutral, and get some lipstick on. Put a little pep in your step today. All right, everybody enjoy their day. Happy Monday.